So the question I got on one of my videos was, John, if you think the market's going to crash, why did you buy SLV or why did you buy silver? Because last time in 2008 when the market crashed, everything went down, including gold and silver. So that's the reason why I'm doing this video. Why did I buy silver when I think the market's going to crash? Let's go straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, so that is the question for you, is that if I think the market's going to crash, and I do think that, then why did I buy silver, or why did I buy SLV just recently when in 2008 crash, everything went down, including silver and including gold as well too. Now let me explain something to you here. For something to crash, it needs to build up first. If something hasn't been going up for quite some time, there is no big pullback in there. It's just a nice continued downward trend, if that makes sense. So what you actually see is that what I actually see is I see that the first makings of this crash, the silver market and the gold market is likely to rise in the first steps of this crash, and then everything roll over. Let me explain what I mean here. Let me go back to here, and I've got this is the chart here, and on this chart, what do we have here? We have up the top here. This is the S&P. This here is obviously SLV, which is silver, and this here is GLD, which is basically gold, right? It's just the paper basically, or the ETF. So let me explain what I mean here by that. Is that the reason why I was happy to get into silver and gold right now is because in the first stages of a big crash, as the market starts to step down, in the first stages of that, what tends to happen is that you start to get the market that rises really quickly, and the silver market and the gold market rises really quickly, and then what happens is then gold goes down as well with everything else. So as I said to you before, if you look at any market out there, is that for a market to have a big pullback, you need a rise into it. The reason why gold and oil and silver both came off in the 2008 crash was because we already had a bubble in those prices in the first place. Now, again, I'm just looking at these three charts here, and this goes back to all the way back to 07. So I'm just going to squeeze my chart up, and I'm just going to open my chart up, and I'm just going to go back to the 07 time here. The 07, 2008, 2009 time here. And I want to share something with you that I actually see. Let me make this an open highlight close chart, so they're all the same chart. And I want to share something with you what I see. So yes, I think the market's going to start pulling back. And yes, I think the market's going to crash. But here's what I'm saying here. This is 2007 in the 2008, and the 2008 crash started to happen. Okay? So here's why I actually like silver. If you're looking at these trends as well too, if you look at these trends, you can see this. Now, again, yes, silver and gold, if the market is going to go through a deflation phase, everything's going to come down. But we need to have a little short-term bubble in silver and gold in the first place. And if that's going to happen, then we can see a big crash. Now, as you can see, as the market started to slowly step down, when it comes to the S&P 500, as this market was slowly stepping down, what did you see in silver? This is silver. Silver took off, came up, and then took off again. Just ran straight up. And then it went sideways. And then guess what happened? When we got the big crash, then the market came down and we had the deflation crash as well too. What happened with gold? Gold took off as well too, had a pullback and had a big rally up, and then very similar to SLV, and then had a pullback. Had a bit more of a volatile spike than silver did, and then obviously we had a pullback. But as you can see, that gold didn't pull back as much as silver did. So silver's a lot more volatile beast. You can see if you look at silver, silver actually made this major low, but where gold actually made this major high, and then they continued up. Where gold, what did it do? Gold got back to it in 2009 to its almost highs, where silver only got to around about the 50% level and then continued back up from there. And then obviously we know what happened. 2011 had a big bull run. So for the question I got asked was, how come I bought silver now when I think the market's going to crash? And this is the reason why. Even if the market does start to pull back from here and we get like a good 10-20% drop from here, from now, and we start to get like, you know, a couple of 1,000-point drop in the S&P, maybe a couple of 1,000-point, maybe a 2,000 or 3,000, 4,000-point drop on the Dow. When that happens, the initial stages of the big collapse, then we start to get a massive rise in silver, in gold, and then after it's bubbled up, then it collapses. See, there is no bubble right now in silver and gold. Harry Dent says it's a massive bubble, but I disagree with what Harry Dent says with that. A bubble needs to be a bubble is something when the market builds up and then it collapses. But if you go back and you have a look at what the charts have been doing lately, let me squeeze this chart up and let me just open this chart up to say the last couple of years. You can actually see that silver and gold have not bubbled at all. There is no bubble in the last couple of years. We have been going through one of the basically a deflation phase in both gold. Gold's been going down for the last, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4 years, and now this is the only year that it's actually started to pick back up a little bit. What has actually happened with SLV? SLV's been going down. It's actually the major trend's been down for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And what's happened just recently? We've got this little rise up to the high side. This is looking on the short-term chart. So there is no way that silver and gold right now are in bubble territory. The bubble is very, very, very obvious on the chart. This here is a bubble. Look how straight that is. This here is a bubble. Look at that. It actually went from there to there, and then we just took off like that. As you can see, right? The vertical move, you can see a bubble on the charts. From here to here without any decent, real decent pullback. And as you know, if you look at the volume's been tapering off as well too. That's actually been telling you something. This here to me is a bubble. And if you look at it here once again, guys, this here to me is a bubble where the market just been going up without any real decent pullback. We need good swings and good pullback. We haven't been getting that. We've got that here with this major low through here, and now we're making this sort of double top formation on the S&P. Who knows what's going to happen with that moving forward? This is a weekly chart, by the way, and as you can see, it's very, 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 very sort of, very, very, very sort of, you can see what's happening on here. But there is no bubble here, and there's no bubble here. So people say, like Harry Dent's been saying, there's a bubble in silver and gold. There is not, because we need the market to rise up a lot to create a bubble in the first place. We've been going down a lot. So I think the S&P maybe falters through here, or maybe stops through here and reverses. And if it does stop through here, maybe go up a little bit more through here and then comes back down and starts to do this sort of action. As that happens, I start to see this sort of action and this sort of action happening. And then if we do start to do this and then have a big collapse, guess what's happened? Then maybe silver and gold will come down with it then. But not now. There is a different phase the silver and gold is in. So I hope this answers your question. And for any of you guys are worrying about what is the connection between silver and gold and the price action and the charts and stuff like that, this is now, I hope this really helps you out to understand the reason why I actually like silver. Compared to a lot of other charts. Not only that, but you know, when you just look at the charts, there is no bubble. This is the start of a good thing. And if the market's going to crash, guess what? That's just if the market's going to pull back, which I believe it is this year, and we're going to have a big pullback, then we're going to see an exponential rise in silver and gold for the first part of the crash. And in the later part of the crash, well, I can see silver and gold come down just like we did in 2008. Hope this helps you out, guys. This is the reason why I like silver, and this is the reason why I think metals go up this year and the stock market goes down this year. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.